Now, as usual, maps also have got some methods. Let's discuss them one by one. Now, one method is put all. So put all method basically puts all the key value pairs that's there in one map into the another map on which you're calling this method. So there is one map which has got multiple values and you want all those values to be stored in this another map as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to call put all method on this map, and you're going to pass this map as a parameter over there, and all the key value pairs which are there in this particular map will be stored in this map as well. So that's exactly what happens. So in M map, what I'm doing is I'm passing M1, which I've created earlier in this program, which has got 1 Dustin, 2 Will, and 3 Lucas. These 3 key value pairs. So this M map will also have now like 1 Dustin, 2 Will, and 3 Lucas. On these particular keys, there'll be these values which will be assigned to this particular map. So and next method that we have got in map is get. So when we want to access a value which is stored in a map onto like with a particular key, how we're going to do that? What we need to do is we need to use the method get. So inside get methods parameter, we need to pass the key. So if we want to access student's name whose roll number is 40, then we'll write down mmap or whatever the reference variable of that map is dot get, and then inside the parenthesis I'll write down 40. So the name of the student which is stored with that particular roll number, which is 40, is gonna it will be returned by this get method, and this is exactly what is happening over here. If I'm writing mmap.get1, so it's returning Dustin. Why? Because on key 1 Dustin is stored. If key was if key was 10 over here, 10 for Dustin and 1 for Will, then Will would have been the output for this one. Yeah, just an example. So this is how this is what is basically the use of get method. Next method that we have got over here is values. So values method basically return all the values in a list format. So there are multiple values which are stored inside a map, and all we want is the values, all the values together in a list. So in that case, we do not want the key, we want only the values. Then in that case, we'll call the method values on that particular map, and it is going to create a list, and it's going to return the reference of that particular list which we can store over here. So if I'll call mmap.values, this list, this L list which I've created over here and which I'm initializing over here is going to have Dustin, Will, Lucas, and because yeah, we have created a list of string because the values which are stored into this map are type of string or are of type string. So this is exactly what's going to happen. And when we're going to debug this L, it's going to have Joy, John, Ron, Dustin, Will, and Lucas. So these 3 values were already stored into this M map, and these 3 values we stored with the help of this put all method. So the total values which are present in that particular map will be returned as a list with the help of values method. Next method that we have got is clone. So let me explain you what clone method does in maps. So it works exactly similar as clone works in lists and sets. It clones that particular map and creates a new map and assigns the reference variable of that map to another map. So over here we have created a new map which is O, again the same syntax, and we have written down O is equals to mmap.clone. So this will have the values 1 is equals to Dustin, 2 is equals to Will, 3 equals to Lucas, 11 is equals to Joy, 21 is equals to John, and 33 is equals to Ron. Nothing different, it's simple. Next method, very important method, key set. So like if you want only the values from a map, then in that case you'll use values method, right? But what if you want only the keys, not the values but the keys only? Then in that case you're going to use the method key set, which is going to return you a set of all the keys that are there in that particular map. So if I'll call this key set method, it's going to return this 1, 2, 3, 11, 21, 33. All these keys will be returned and in a set format with the help of key set method. And let me tell you why values is returning a list and why key set is returning a set. Because values can be duplicate and list can have duplicate values, but keys will be unique. So set will have only unique values. So that's the reason key set is returning a set and values is returning a list. Next method, contains key. So similar to set, maps also have this contains method, but it's a different method, contains key. So whenever you want to verify that is there any like any key like this which is stored into this particular map, or any value which is stored onto this particular key in this map, then in that case you're going to use contains key method, and inside the parameter you will pass the key. You'll basically pass the key, and it will return a true value if that exists, and it will return a false value if that key doesn't exist in that particular map. So in our case, I'm writing mmap.contains key 3. So it's definitely returning it true, because on 3 we have got Lucas stored. But if I'll write down 30, so on 30 I do not have any value stored in this particular map, so it's going to return false. Simple. Next method is empty. So if you want to check that this map has any value or not, you're gonna use this is empty method, which is gonna return a boolean value, true or false. If there are no values, or if there are no key value pairs stored inside a map, then it's gonna return a true. And if there is any, like even one key value pair stored inside the map, then it will return a false. Next method, size. So size is going to return the number of key value pairs that are stored into this particular map, similar to set and list. So currently we have got 6. So mmap.size is going to return 6 as a value. Next method, remove. So remove method basically removes the key as well as the value which is stored onto that particular index. So if we'll write down mmap.remove2, it's going to remove the key as well as the value which is stored with 2 in this particular map. So yeah, this is how it basically works. And if you want to remove all the key value pairs from that map, then you're going to use clear method like this. And after clearing all the key value pairs from that map, if you'll access or if you'll call the is empty method, it'll definitely return a true. We all know that. That's all what you need to understand about collections in Apex. Hope you have got it. Hope you have understood it. Now, you guys, what you need to do is you also need to create lists of different data types, sets of different data types, maps of different data type of key or data type of value, so that you can get an idea of like how to create it and how to use it in Apex, because you're going to use it a lot of times. Believe me, it's very, very important. It is your base to become a Salesforce developer. So take this topic very, very seriously, and it's going to help you out a lot to decrease the complexity. Even maps, not only sets, but even maps are going to be very, very helpful for you to decrease the complexity of a program, which is actually required or which is actually necessary when you're writing your program in Apex.